It's project specific, so it often depends on which project you're working on. It could be somewhat top down. So in this case, with Linda Lorimer's interest in this research agenda, they're involved with Yale Office of Sustainability, and then they negotiate with the grounds facilities and start to see a win-win situation across boundaries. And then it can be bottom up, where you are meeting with folks that are grounds crews that are out there doing the work and getting their buy-in so that they actually are participants in the research and the project. So I think it depends on different situations that you're trying to implement. And there's, but ultimately there's key players on the campus that need to feel like they're involved, and that includes the campus planner, the head planner, and the other folks that have been involved with campus management and planning, the administrative group in terms of the president or the provosts, or those people that are concerned about how the campus looks in relation to, say, donors or other alumni, and then the facilities, the people that are actually doing the work on campus. There's a lot of interest among students to see the campus change to and adapt to kind of this new ideas of sustainability. So I think that there's a strong interest in the student population to witness and be part of a transformation of the campus into a sustainable environment. I think that there's a way in which changing the campus also creates challenges for alumni who return and have expectations of what the campus might look like, or how they remember it, and having it change and be somewhat transformed, or have information on it, or kind of data that gives you more clarity about the functionality of the landscape, I think can be both challenging and transformative for alumni. And then I think that is a way of kind of sending a message back out to the world through Yale alumni. I think that the way in which the dialogues that happen between participants in the project, so the relationship that I've built with Phil Sisick, the grounds supervisor, we have an understanding and a sense of what pressures and issues are for each of us, and so there's sort of a there's communication across disciplines and across sort of different mindsets that allow us now, I'm hoping and I think, to move on to other projects as well. So it's sort of an icebreaker to start to build other opportunities for the campus. Okay, so I would consider the Compost tea study one example of a design experiment. It's a research project that couples ecological experimentation and analysis with urban design or landscape architecture. And in this case, the campus as a living laboratory, I think, is a critical idea that needs to really find, to start to impact campuses around the U.S. where we try new things and build sustainable methodologies and research questions into campus systems, both in terms of energy and human populations, as well as landscape and management and maintenance. And so, management and maintenance, which is what this research project is really about, the application of fertilizer versus compost tea applications, and the impact on soil organic matter and microbial activity, is the kind of investigation that could help provide data and information for land managers around the country. So it's really taking the initiative and the idea of academia and applying it to the landscape and the functionality of the landscape. And in order to develop the system, in order to develop that system, we really need to negotiate between land management practices and landscape design and ecological science. And so I think that's where the bridge for design experiments comes together.